Hello there, Cryptowisers. It's your good friend and favorite crypto cartoon, Milton here with another video for you. In today's video, I'm going to be revealing one of my very favorite ultra small cap hidden gems for this next bull run. You gotta believe that this baby is going to be on my DGen portfolio, which I'll be sharing with you in the coming weeks. But this one is on it. I love this one. I have high hopes for it. And today, being a bit of a red day in the market, especially for this altcoin that I'm going to be sharing with you, it's a perfect day to kind of start accumulating. For me, I've been accumulating already for a while, and I did buy more today on this dip. First, guys, I got to thank you all for watching my last video. That was the Easy 100x altcoin airdrop. Honestly, there's a ton of airdrop stuff going on right now. I'm trying to get involved with the ones that I like, but a lot of them are a lot of work and very time consuming. But if you watch my last video on grass, get grass, and if you are one of the people that have tried it out since that video, you know how super easy it is. Essentially, you just download a Chrome browser extension, you have it running in the background the way that I have mine running in the background right now as I make this video, and you earn points for their upcoming airdrop, which has not been totally confirmed or announced yet, but it's going to probably happen sometime in March. And again, you do need an invite to be able to participate in this. And I've added my invite/referral link in the description of this video, as of course with my last video, which was all about grass. So if you're looking for an invite link and you want to help me out, definitely go use that referral link. Takes a couple of seconds to sign up. And again, a reminder, if I get up to 50 referrals, I'm going to be giving away one of these We Are the Walruses. Now, guys, also, I've been saying if any of my videos get up to 100 likes, which I don't think is a huge ask. Now, each of these videos have been watched by multiple hundreds of people. So if everyone just smashes that like button, I'll definitely be giving away way more walruses. So far, we haven't gotten to that 100 likes. Hopefully today that will happen and I will give away another walrus. Again, all you have to do to be eligible is comment on this video. If this video gets to 100 likes, I'll pick one of those people who commented on the video and give you a We Are the Walrus. That goes for the last couple of videos as well, the ones that I said this for, and that's the last two videos. So this one here, the next 100x Web3 gaming coin and the Easy 100x altcoin airdrop, both of those, once they get to 100 likes, then one of those people who commented on that video will be getting a We Are the Walrus, and that goes the same for today's video. As well, if I get up to that 50 referrals from the from my referral/invite link for grass, which is getgrass.io, one of the easiest airdrops that I think you can qualify for right now in crypto. And honestly, for me, one of the projects I'm most excited about because it has the AI narrative and it's all about basically this project paying you to let them sell your unused bandwidth from your internet. So anytime you're on the internet, you can accrue value for the bandwidth that you're not using, or at least up to 3% of it, which is all that they actually use. And this is the extension right here. It's the Grass extension. As I said, easy peasy. It's like MetaMask. You just add the extension to Chrome and you just sign up on their dashboard and you're ready to go. You're accumulating points. Okay, guys, before I reveal today's altcoin, which I'm super excited about, this is going to be on my DGen portfolio. Like I said, it's actually one of the ones that I probably am most excited about. I've been accumulating over the last few weeks, but I do want to talk about dead games. Now, if you're a regular viewer to this channel, you know that Polkadot is one of the ecosystems that I talk about a lot. It's one of the few old ecosystems from the last bull run that I'm still heavily invested in and still have high hopes for this time around. Well, they are going to launch a meme coin on DOT. Well, this project is, which is called DOT is Dead, DED. Anyone who holds DOT in a decentralized wallet. The only DOT that won't be eligible is if it's on a centralized exchange. But any other DOT that you have in a wallet, you'll be airdropped 1,000 dead meme coins for every DOT that you hold. Obviously, I hold a lot of DOT, so I'm really excited that I'm going to be getting a bunch of these dead coins, and I have high hopes for this meme coin. It's the first on Polkadot, and I think it could do really well. So anyway, I just wanted to alert you to this also because they came out with this game, which is super easy to play. The creators of this game is actually our old friends over at Unique Network, which is an NFT parachain on Polkadot. It's another very small cap, $3 million market cap that I'm heavily invested in. That will also be on my DGen portfolio. No surprise there because I've been talking about Unique forever. Anyway, they teamed up with the Dot is Dead team to create this game, which is a lot of fun to play, and it's free to play. I'm not sure yet how it will help you in terms of getting more dead or not, but essentially it's free to play. You get to just play, you end up minting an NFT, which ends up being your profile for the game. And then what you do as you play, you accumulate also NFTs of the different DOT projects. Anyway, that was me doing a terrible job because I was also trying to talk and play at the same time. But anyway, guys, it's dead.games. I definitely, if you are into Polkadot, if you have a Polkadot wallet, or even if you don't, this is a great chance to just start one. Doesn't cost anything. You just sign up, you can play the game, and I imagine that you'll be probably eligible for some bonus dead coin once that launches. All right, guys, that's enough of that. Let's move on to the altcoin that I want to talk about in today's video. But before I do, just another quick reminder to subscribe to Cryptowise if you haven't already. Definitely appreciate if you do. And of course, smash that like button. As I promised, I'm going to be doing a lot more content on the channel. The other thing to remind you, please turn on your notifications because I don't publish videos on a regular basis. So you never know when I publish a new video. So just make sure that you hit that notification bell so that anytime I do post a video, you know about it. Some of these are more time sensitive than others, but it's always great to have that notification button on if you are a subscriber. All right, guys, time to get degen. Let's get super degen here with this very small cap altcoin that I'm going to tell you about today. So if you've been watching the channel the last couple of months, you know that the layer 2 that I've actually been the most interested in recently, and I know there's a lot of big ones and obviously ones that I'm sure that many of you are into, but I've been really interested in the Mantle layer 2. Now, if you don't know a lot about Mantle, it's worth looking into. It used to be BitDAO. In the last bull cycle, there was a project called BitDAO, which was essentially this big DAO. It was a big treasury, and it owned a ton of crypto. And by owning the token, you owned a part of that DAO. Well, they changed from BitDAO to Mantle, and they decided instead of just being a VC essentially and investing in crypto, they were going to create their own layer 2 and use their treasury to really supercharge the dApps that build on their layer 2. So basically being a VC for any dApps that want to build on Mantle. Now, it's done really, really well. You can see the total value locked on Mantle right now is just under 200 million, which is, very respectable. So the project I'm going to be talking about today is one of the dApps being built for Mantle. Mantle, one of the reasons why I like them is they basically, because they're a DAO, they're very upfront about what their treasury is. So they have over $1 billion in assets that is generating revenue for them. And they're essentially investing that by giving out grants and providing liquidity. That is a big one because one of the things that they're best at is creating an environment for DeFi. They really want to encourage innovative DeFi projects. So another aspect of Mantle that I love is that as a layer 2, they're saying basically they're not going to worry about building the technology for layer 2s. They're going to be using other people's technology. Any of the great tech that comes out, they're going to basically just use that. So right now they're using Celestia for part of their layer 2. They're using EigenLayer. So basically they're going to just say, yeah, whatever the best practices are out there, we're going to end up using that tech and incorporating into Mantle. That way we don't have to use any of our resources to building out our own tech, or at least like inventing new tech. They just have to hire their devs and have their dev team keep up to date on what's out there and use the best practices. So I like that because it means the dApps, it means they can use their treasury to reward the dApps like the one I'm going to be talking about today. The other important aspect to know is one of the big things that has helped Mantle, and it's one of the big things that they do, is their restaked ETH. It's called mETH, so Mantle ETH, mETH. Easy to remember. Of course, I always think of Breaking Bad and Heisenberg when I think about it. But anyway, what they've done is they're using their treasury has a ton of ETH in it that they are staking. So they're getting that reward on their end. So basically, if you provide ETH to them and stake it through Mantle, then you obviously get the ETH rewards from staking the ETH, but then they're doubling that by basically taking the rewards they're getting from staking their ETH and they're turning it into mETH. So that way mETH always has essentially double the yield rewards than any other staked ETH. So that's been really a huge success for them. They have over 523,000 ETH with them, and they're getting over 7%. So this is one of the huge things on Mantle. And it's going to be great for their DeFi, obviously, because then their DeFi is going to get to use mETH, and mETH will be the major ETH staking token on this layer 2. So which of the dApps am I talking about? Well, it's none other than Merchant Moe. Merchant Moe. It's one of the top dexes on the platform so far, if not the top. Let's have a look at DeFi Llama here. So they've got Ondo Finance, Init Capital, which is a lending platform, and then they got Agni Finance. So Agni, it looks like, is bigger right now than Merchant Moe, but then Merchant Moe right now is the second biggest dex in terms of total liquidity locked. But it's up this month over 41%. It just launched in January. This one is very, very new. We're about kind of a month, 6 weeks into their launch, and they've got over $20 million locked on it right now. And as you can see, like Agni, their only chain they're on is Mantle, whereas, and that's the same for Lendl, but as you can see, a lot of these are on other layer 2s. Merchant Moe is building for Mantle specifically. They really want to be the #1 DEX on Mantle. The twist is the team behind is actually the team that built Trader Joe, which it was the #1 DEX on Avalanche the last bull run. It's the same exact team, but instead of just launching Trader Joe on Mantle, they said, no, we want a whole new platform and we want to build a platform that's built for Mantle using the experience that we had building Trader Joe for Avalanche. Now, let's have a look at where Trader Joe is these days on Avalanche. They're #3, so they're still the biggest DEX out there on Avalanche. They're just behind Aave here. They have over $116 million locked still on Avalanche. Trader Joe was a project that I was invested in last bull run. When Avalanche really started to gain momentum, Trader Joe was a huge, huge DEX at the time. And I'll talk more about the price action of Trader Joe back in the last bull cycle, how to use that as where I'm thinking in terms of where I think that Merchant Moe could go in terms of its potential. But first, let's look at Merchant Moe itself. So hopefully most of you who are watching, you've used some sort of DEX already, which is a decentralized exchange. So like Uniswap is probably the most famous one still. That's the one that launched on ETH in 2020. Maybe it was actually launched in 2019, but anyway, they revolutionized DeFi in that they created these liquidity pools so that anyone could add liquidity. And they had these pools that had 2 tokens, and they had liquidity for both tokens in each pool so that basically you could trade for that token with another token. And that's what created DeFi. And so that's what a decentralized exchange is. It's basically like a centralized exchange, like a Binance or something like that, but it's decentralized. So the way that you're able to trade the tokens is because people like you and I have provided liquidity there. So that's the main function of Merchant Moe, is to be a DEX so people can trade tokens back and forth. But if you are used to investing in DEXs or have done this before, you know that there are a bunch of different ways that they incentivize you to provide that liquidity. So because they know that the more rewards, the more value you get for providing them with liquidity, then the more likely that you will do that. And especially in an early stage, a DEX will create all sorts of incentives for you to be the first to provide liquidity, because if they're small, they're trying to build up liquidity. And that's the hardest thing to do as a DEX is just starting out and building liquidity. So a couple notes on that. One, because they've already done Trader Joe, and that was super successful on Avalanche, they have a huge community that they can draw from. They have the trust factor from the fact that they're a team that's already built one of the major dexes in crypto. So that's huge. But even more than that, Mantle is using that huge treasury that they have to basically help these dApps out, the ones that they really want on Mantle. And I know that they really want Merchant Moe. They really wanted that team to build on Mantle. Merchant Moe was part of this $10 million of funding that Mantle did. They invested in a bunch of different projects, and Merchant Moe was one of them. So they got a bunch of money that way. But they've also qualified for a ton of other rewards programs working closely with Mantle. And actually today I was on an AMA that they did on their Discord, and there was a representative there from Mantle and the team from Merchant Moe, and you could just see how closely they're working together. So one of the big things that Mantle said is that they want to use their treasury to provide liquidity for these dexes, and especially the top ones that they're working with. And there's really no one bigger than the Merchant Moe team that is building on Mantle right now. So any way that Mantle can help them be successful, I know that they will. So that's another reason why I really believe in Merchant Moe. So anyway, this is the platform here. It's merchantmoe.com. Basically, so they did a big airdrop when they first launched. That was mostly to people who had invested in the Trader Joe platform. They could stake their Joe over and earn the first airdrop for Moe. I wasn't a part of that. I sold my Trader Joe a long time ago in the last bull run. But these are the basically the kind of main functions. So you can trade on here on Mantle. If you want to trade any tokens, this is a place to go. Then you can provide that liquidity to the pools. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. You could also stake Moe here, and you can also farm your LP tokens. So if you provide liquidity in a pool, you get what is called an LP token. Then you can take those LP tokens and basically farm for extra rewards. This is pretty standard stuff in terms of dexes. So let's have a look at the pools that they have right now. Their daily volume is over 1.2 million. Like I said, over $20 million locked in here. So not a ton of pools to choose from. As I said, it is very early on, but they do have, a good selection. I'd say the main ones here are USDC and Mantle, USDT and Mantle. Obviously, for Mantle, it's really important that people are able to trade in and out of Mantle into a stable coin. So they've got those. They've also got Moe and Mantle. They've got mETH and WETH, which is great. So wrapped ETH, you can turn straight into the mETH, which is the staked mETH, and you can go in and out of staked ETH essentially that way. They've got mETH, and then they've also got Joe on here in some of the pools, and then some other tokens. So they got KTC on here. They've got the Lend token, and obviously as they start partnering as Mantle ecosystem grows, I'm sure that Merchant Moe will start creating many more pools for any of the new projects launching on Mantle. And I bet for some of them, they will definitely want to incentivize Merchant Moe to create these pools. And so there'll be lots of reward opportunities from new projects launching on Mantle. So side note, just for those of you who are say you've only worked on ETH, or maybe you're from Solana and you don't actually use ETH or layer 2s a lot. Basically, how you use Mantle is, for me at least, I use a MetaMask wallet. So these are your wallet choices here. You can use your Coinbase wallet. There's the Core wallet, Trust wallet, but I use the MetaMask. Basically, if you have MetaMask, you just got to add Mantle as a network. And there's lots of articles out there. CoinGecko has one. I recommend, one of the things about crypto, guys, that I really want you to remember is just how many phishing scams there are out there. So you will just kind of be Googling something very innocently. You just need to know something, or you ask a question in Discord or Telegram. on Twitter, watch out. You're going to be inundated with people trying to steal your money. Really, I can't say that enough. Make sure you're on the right, you're putting in the right information, that you're on a trusted website, something like CoinGecko for in this case, or Mantle, even better, Mantle's website themselves to get this information. But you'll add the network, and that's basically you just add network to MetaMask, and all you need is the information here. Is this information. So any network that you want to add to MetaMask, this is the information. You need the network name, the RPC URL, the chain ID, the currency symbol, and the block explorer, which is optional, but that's all. So basically just get into that information. You go into add network, you put that in, boom, and you've got Mantle added to your MetaMask. All right, so these are the pools. And if you were to add liquidity, and just to let you know about what I'm doing. So basically I'm doing a little bit of everything on this site. I have added to the pool. I've added to the mETH pool. One, it's offering some really good farming rewards right now, but also just because I want mETH. mETH is one of the ETH staking tokens that qualifies you for Eigen Layer points for their airdrop. So this was a way for me to kind of kill two birds with one stone. I got some mETH, but then I also added it into this pool so that I could get their farming rewards. And like I said, if you add liquidity, you can add that to any of these farms and get extra rewards. The rewards in this case would be in Moe. I'm in the Moe mETH, which is right now giving me 173%, which is obviously big. And then I'm getting that in Moe. And because I want to own Moe, I like that. But keep in mind, impermanent loss. So what that means is I've given a bit of mETH and a bit of Moe into this pool. But if one of those goes down or up in price huge, the other one goes down, you end up with more of one than the other. So right now, because Moe has started to go down, and today it's been actually a bad day for Moe, which is why I ended up buying more. But I lost a bit of the mETH that I put in, and I gained more Moe. Now, if the price of Moe goes up again, then that loss disappears. But that is a big problem with these pools. Just know that's one of the major risks is if you have one token that you really want to hang on to, don't add it to the liquidity pool because you might end up losing some of that token. Anyway, so that's the farming there. And then if you got Moe and you just wanted to stake it, you can do that too. You can just stake your Moe. And what they've done here, which is pretty different and new and cool, is you earn by staking Moe. Yes, you earn more Moe through the yield, but you also earn what is called VMO, which allows you to vote on what pools you want to have increased rewards. As you stake your Moe, you get this free VMO, which is just voting power essentially. And then you can vote on these different pools. So let's say the Lend Mantle pool. If you had been staking Moe, you would have this VMO here, and then you would add that to this pool, and then you could. And if you connect your wallet here and opt in, you can also get extra rewards for giving your voting power to this particular pool. Now, right now, the pools aren't giving great rewards, but just you got to come back and keep watching because they changed this. So this Lend pool actually had a bunch of Lend rewards to give out, and those were, I guess, given out because it stopped. But those rewards were actually pretty high yield. So I'd been farming those for a little while, and I got a decent amount of Lend, and it's kind of great. It's a way to get other Mantle tokens for free, which is awesome. All right, guys, so that's essentially Merchant Moe. That's the platform. So when I'm talking about Merchant Moe, when I'm talking about the Moe token, you know what I'm talking about. This is the platform here. Now, another thing is that through guild.xyz, Merchant Moe's on there. So it's another way for you to gain points and be eligible for extra incentive rewards. So if you're staking Moe, you get rewards for that. The more VMO you have, the more points you get for that. And if you join some of these events, then you're eligible for more points and you can gain more rewards that way. Another thing about this team that I like is they are very innovative, and because they did Trader Joe, they have a lot of experience building these dexes, and I think they're going to do a lot of cool things with Merchant Moe, especially on Mantle, because I know that Mantle is really incentivizing their teams to think outside the box and do innovative things. I won't go into the weeds in terms of what they're doing with the liquidity, but there are some cool things there. I won't do that in this video. Maybe another video I'll go more deeper into the weeds. We'll see. Or I'll have someone from the team and we can geek out a bit more on that stuff. But I do want to just go through their docs here quickly. I want to just touch on the tokenomics of Moe. So this is the one area that I could have been a little bit better. It's not bad, but it's not the best either. Okay, so they're going to have 500 million Moe. That's the total. And that's what they had with Trader Joe. That's what's out there for the Joe token. And this is how it breaks down. They've got liquidity mining at 30%. That's fine. Treasury at 17.5. Fine. Now the team is at 15%. So I'd like to see that more at the 10 to 12 range, but 15 is not outrageous. Seed round, 15% again. Love to see this down at 10%, especially from a team that had already built Trader Joe. But whatever. For me, it's a tiny knock against this project is the fact that you got 30% of the token out there for the team in this initial seed round. Now, yes, they are vested. They're not getting all of that at once, but still 30%, that's a lot of the supply. In my books, I'd love to see that down at between 20-25%. But an extra 5%, it's not like they're being outrageous here. That's certainly comparable to some other projects. Then they got future funding, staking, and the 2.5% of the token was airdropped, as I said, to those Joe stakers originally. So you've got that. That's already in circulating supply. A lot of people have probably sold that already if they were looking to dump that. So that's good. And so it's basically a 4-year vesting into the end of 2027 is when the whole circulating supply will be out there. Again, I'm hoping this is going to do really well in the next year or so. So I'm more concentrated on, okay, what's the circulating supply going to be, say, like a year from now, towards the end of this year into early next year. And it's going to be about 35% of the tokens will be in circulating supply. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's kind of what I do my calculations on in terms of what I think the market cap can be if there's only 35% of the token supply out there. Okay, so speaking of that, let's go to the Trader Joe chart. Let's look at the all-time chart here. As I said, this was a major number one DEX on Avalanche when Avalanche was really taking off. So the all-time high for Trader Joe got up to over $5. And it was early in its existence. Now it's obviously down under 50 cents. Now, the whole circulating supply of Joe is out there, just so people know. And this is a good also point here. So when you're on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or anything, they've got the circulating supply, they got the total supply, they got the max supply, blah, 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 blah. Fully diluted market cap, which is a big number that we like to look at. But just know that these aren't always correct. So you do your best to try to do some extra research to see if they are or not. For the most part, CoinMarketCap is doing a pretty good job. Now and then they'll get it wrong. So they do have it wrong here. Right now they're saying that only 73% of the total supply of Joe is out there. But actually, this article here came out in November saying that it actually hit its total supply because 10 million tokens that were earmarked for the treasury, they were permanently locked. So actually the total supply is 490 million, not 500. And even with that, CoinMarketCap is a bit off. They're saying that the circulating supply right now is only 464. I think we are assuming that that article is probably right. And so let's assume that they're at 490 and that's the whole kit and caboodle. So no more Joe tokens. Now, as I said, I'm not invested in Trader Joe right now, and I don't want to get anyone who is invested in Trader Joe mad at me. But look, one of the reasons why I like Merchant Moe a lot is I think the team is going to be spending way more time building out Merchant Moe. One reason I think that is because Trader Joe, obviously there's a Trader Joe's in the States that I think I could be wrong about this, but I think they're actually in a current lawsuit over that. But regardless, it's a bit sketchy for them to build this project with the name Trader Joe, knowing that that is already a trademarked big company. But also because the whole circulating supply is already out there for Trader Joe, and because Mantle and Merchant Moe is the shiny new toy, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more innovation and time from the team building out Merchant Moe. I don't know that for sure. Obviously, they would deny that if you ask them. They're going to stay loyal to the Trader Joe platform. But the other thing to keep in mind is they did reward a lot of the Joe token holders with the Moe token. So if they did end up moving most of everything over to Merchant Moe, they could at least say, look, we rewarded you. If you held on to your Moe tokens that you got in the airdrop, you would be fine right now. So anyway, at a $5 token here, it's got the same max supply as Merchant Moe, but the circulating supply of Merchant Moe is going to be way lower, especially in the next year, which is the time frame I'm looking at. Could we see a $5 Merchant Moe? Well, potentially. That's really going to depend on how big this bull run is. I don't think it's totally out of the possibility. That would be kind of my top end prediction for it. But if that happened, I'd be very, very, very happy. And let's say they only get to half that, $2.50. Well, right now, the token's sitting at 13 cents because it's down 20% today. I was buying in around 17 cents, I think was my average. Then I bought in a bit today. I'll definitely keep doubling down on this if it keeps going down, because look at the market cap. The market cap right now is only 1.64 million. We're talking small cap. Volume is still low on this. This is a new, as I said, this just launched in January. So you're looking at mid-January launch. We're about a month into its existence. Not a lot of people are talking about this yet. Mantle itself isn't the biggest layer 2 out there, although it's, it's done really well. So I think you're getting in on this very, very early if you get in at a 1.64 million valuation. Now that's on today's circulating supply. We know that the circulating supply is going to be going up about 4% a month. So the total fully diluted market cap would be at 66 million, but we know that's not happening until 2027. So really I'm looking at 35% of that. So in my mind, I'm really thinking of it as more as like a $20 million fully diluted market cap. And I could definitely see that going to at least 200. So that's a 10x. So to me, this is 10x on the low side. And it is one of them that I actually think potentially has that 100x potential for real, because of the fact that it just started, the team behind it, because of how much I like Mantle, and I think Mantle can do really well in this bull run. So that's what I'm looking in terms of price prediction. The other thing is it's just not available out there. And so no one has easy access to it. No one knows about it. These guys clearly are great at marketing, branding, building out a community. If you look at the Joe token, it's available on Binance, OKX, HTX, but obviously, of course, Binance is the big one. And so they already have a relationship with Binance. They've done it once before. Clearly, if we're in the heat of a bull market and something like Merchant Moe starts getting listed on the Binances of the world, that's just going to also up the X factor, as they say. All right, guys. Anyway, Merchant Moe, that's my altcoin for today. Definitely going to be on my DGen portfolio. I'll be sharing with you later in the next couple of weeks. Again, if today's video gets 100 likes, anyone that comments on today's video is eligible for a We Are the Walrus giveaway. We Are the Walrus, my favorite Solana NFT. It's an OG Solana NFT. And again, if 50 of you use my referral link / invite link, and remember, you need an invite link to be able to start accumulating these points from grass for the airdrop. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure to go back and watch my video from a couple of days ago. It's this one here, Easy 100x altcoin airdrop. Anyway, if I get up to 50 referrals for that, another walrus will be given away. All right, guys. Crypto is certainly more fun when you got a community to talk to, and that's why I do this channel. I'm really hoping that this year is an amazing year for me and an amazing year for you guys. So I appreciate you. Thanks for watching today's video. And as always, until next time, I'm Milton saying over and out.